Hi, it's Holly and I'm back again with another Fine and Country property tour. I'm here in the South Lincolnshire Fens in Sutton St James, and this sleek and minimalistic property behind me is called The Bridge, and you'll find out why later. But for now, let's head inside. There are a couple of ways to enter into this property, but I've chosen to come in to the kitchen cum family room. It might just be my favourite. Just look at this exposed brickwork, really complemented by the grey interiors to give that industrial feel. Now, the owners tell me that the property was completed in 2019, so it's still a relative new build. And when I first came in, I thought that this was a barn conversion. It's definitely reminiscent of a vast farm building, but it's actually an entirely new property, but it's just been designed to utilise those elements of a barn conversion that people love so much. So you might have noticed that I came in through Crittal-style doors, and that style of window continues through the whole property, very similar actually to the barn conversion that we filmed in Warwickshire earlier in the year, so it's clear that the architects were both very on trend. This fitted kitchen for me blends style and substance. We've got all the modern convenience that you would need while also being lovely and sleek and stylish. These appliances behind me are all Neff. We've even got disguised appliances as well, but I just love open shelving. These units either side I think are perfect for displaying your glassware or popping the appliances that you use every morning, just like the coffee machine, in easy reach just there. I just love a nice open and bright room, and these floor-to-ceiling windows are doing a great job of brightening up this space. Although if it was me, if this was my study, I would have my desk in the middle of the room so I could face out the windows and just take in the view while I'm working. I'd maybe even consider adding a partition as well, maybe some frosted windows with a door in there, because although open living is great, the practicalities aren't so great when you're trying to work from home, but there's definitely a lot of potential in this space. So just the other side of the kitchen, there is a utility room with a WC and access out into the garden, which I think is vital for a countryside home like this one. That door in the utility is where you'd enter with the dogs, take off your muddy boots and hang your coats up on the side. So the family room and the kitchen are all open plan in this massive space, and I can imagine this room being filled with family and friends and people just spilling out these double doors onto the patio. And wait until you see the patio, by the way, it's great out there. So there's plenty of room for a huge U-shaped sofa, massive telly on the wall, but my favourite part about this room is the open back ethanol burner here. We can see that it's open through to the other side, so let's go and check out that room. It is important to note, however, that you don't actually need to get any heat from this faux fireplace, and the reason being is that there's underfloor heating throughout, powered by 2 air source heat pumps, which the owners tell me help to contribute to their eco-friendly and economical way of living. There is also a heat recovery system, which means that the air is being cleaned throughout the home, so it's lovely and fresh throughout. The features of this home really are very modern. This central hallway houses this gorgeous industrial style staircase. It's minimalist in its design, so it complements the home perfectly. And these open treads are made of timber, and then we've got the metal frame as well. I love that we can see up to this double height ceiling, up to the galleried landing, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's lots of rooms left down here, so let's head round this way. Well, we're carrying on the open plan layout into this games room, which is connected to the hallway and has a lovely pool table right in the centre, and surprisingly still lots of space all the way around. Perhaps a cosy sofa or something would be a great addition to this room. So if you didn't need a games room, you could perhaps add a partition onto this wall to create a study or a hobby room or maybe even a gym. The possibilities really are endless. The layout has been left nice and minimalist so the next owner can put their stamp on it. Just through this door here, we have got a very special surprise room. We have got your very own home cinema, and this room is spectacular. One of the walls is filled with a screen. It must be around 10 foot. We've got a great sofa in here. Personally, I'd be putting a really large sofa in here, maybe a corner sofa, some fridges, get it all set up for entertaining again. But this room, although it's been blacked out, the screen and the speakers can be removed. It's still got a window, so again, this room is ripe for repurposing. But if it was me, I'd definitely be keeping a cinema room so I can watch all those Netflix series I keep promising myself I'm going to watch. So I did say earlier that there are a couple of ways to enter this home, and this door you would probably consider your front door. It enters into the central hallway, and this space is configured as the dining room. I know you were probably wondering earlier when we were in the kitchen where this space was going to be, and I love this room. It's so lovely and bright, which is definitely a recurring theme in this home, but I love that the floor to ceiling windows on both sides really make you feel like you're almost in an orangery. This would be the perfect space to host a dinner. Just through this door here, we have a separate staircase that leads up to a bedroom suite on the first floor in the roof space of the garage. Now this is completely separate from the rest of the first floor, so it would be perfect for visiting guests. It has a bedroom, an ensuite, a wardrobe and a dressing area. There's lots of space up there, so your guests would feel right at home. I love a galleried landing, and this one is a particular favourite because of all of the light in here. That's thanks to these Crittal-style windows again, just like downstairs. And if we take a look out of the windows, past the gardens, over the river, we can see the peaceful South Lincolnshire countryside. Bridge House boasts an idyllic rural setting, whilst not being isolated. The well-served village of Sutton St James offers a shop, a post office, a butcher's and a farm shop with a wonderful cafe. For more facilities, Holbeach is around a 10-minute drive north. There are lots of independent shops here, plus a supermarket and medical services. Nearby is Moulton Windmill, the tallest windmill in the country, standing at 100 foot high. There is also a quaint tea room and a shop on site. Spalding can be found to the northwest and provides fantastic transport links, including a well-connected train station with services reaching Peterborough in around 20 minutes, where you can then travel to London King's Cross in just under an hour. This home really is in immaculate condition, and the building materials have been chosen with longevity in mind. They really are top quality. Now there's 4 bedrooms in this property. All of them are ensuite, but the principal suite is really special because the bath is in the bedroom. This is the perfect bedroom for me. I love when you go to a fancy hotel and you get the bath in the room. So for me, it feels just like that. And what's really special about the placement of the bath is the view you get. So as I'm looking out the window, I can see the bridge just beyond the garden, which is where this property gets its name. These vast windows really make it feel like you're taking a bath up in a treehouse. I love that we have got the timber in this room again, mirroring the use of wood downstairs on the staircase and the dining room. And this timber here actually has a very clever use because it's acting as a partition to separate the sleeping area from 2 other areas in this room. Now we've got the bathroom area to one side with twin basins and a stunning walk-in wet room shower. It's just beautiful. There's also a door to a separate WC. Now on the other side there is a dressing area and it has got a full mirrored wall. Now you know already that I love a mirrored wall, but this dressing room I think is really nice because this partition is just far enough to create some privacy but still open plan to let in all of the lovely natural lights. There are two more good-sized bedrooms up on this floor. They both have en-suites and walk-in wardrobes, so great dressing space for them both. The wood laminate continues into the bedrooms. There's inset lighting in the ceiling, and I think that they are just as stylish as the principal suite. Now that's all of the rooms in this property. I can't wait any longer. I want to go outside and see that garden entertaining space. This home is built on a plot of just over an acre. It's completely secure and the wraparound gardens are laid mainly to lawn. At the front of the property there's a large driveway with a double garage as well, so you'd have lots of space for all of those guests you're going to entertain. The landscaping of this garden has been really carefully and well executed. There's lots of different areas for seating, for relaxing, and we see that kind of continuation from the interiors of that minimalist and contemporary style. We've also got porcelain tiles that lead up to this lovely decking area, which is my favourite spot in the garden. We've got the covered pergola and the really nice lighting inset to it as well. And even to one side, we've also got a barbecue area. But there's even more in this garden. Let's go and check out the lawn. Within the grounds there is also a large workshop which has a WC and currently houses a ramp for lifting cars, which I'm told is included within the sale. So not only is this a spectacular family home, it also holds great business potential. Now if you follow me just down this path, we get access to the waterway for that true waterside living feel. The bridge is clearly a very special family home. I love the contemporary style in the interiors, and I like that the open plan layout continues from inside right the way to outside. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below and let me know if you like the style of this property, and subscribe to the Fine & Country YouTube channel where we'll be uploading new property tours every week. See you soon!